In this Excel 2013 tutorial, let's practice protecting cells and worksheets. Let's begin by highlighting a 3x3 table here. I'm going to just use this little drop-down box for borders. Choose all borders, and we'll make it the color yellow, just because it's pretty. Alright, so we have this very important yellow section here, and we're going to type in LeBron James's jersey numbers. 6, 23, he's undecided as of now, but what we're going to do is type a secret formula. Equals sum bracket, the sum of these two numbers, press enter, is 29. This here is a secret formula. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to highlight this 3x3 grid here. We're going to right click and go to Format Cells. Here within the Protection tab, you can see by default it's locked and it's not hidden. So right now it's locked. What does that mean? Locking cells or hiding formulas has no effect until you protect the worksheet. So even though theoretically this is supposed to be locked, it's not really until you protect it. So let's do that. Let's protect this sheet. Let's click on the Review tab and go to Protect Sheet. Protecting the sheet refers to this one sheet, whereas if you had multiple sheets and you want to protect the entire workbook, you would choose the second option. Let's protect this sheet and see what happens. So we're going to click on Protect Sheet, and by default we have the first two options selected. Allow all users of this worksheet to select lock cells, select unlock cells. So by default they're still allowed to select these things here. So anyways, let's protect the sheet and see what happens. My password is cat. Please don't hack me. And I have to re-enter my password, cat. Alright, so theoretically this sheet is now protected. You can see the button now says Unprotect Sheet, so it means that we are protected. What does that mean? Okay, so I'm going to try to click on LeBron James's possible number here, 6, and I'm going to change it to a 7. There's a little pop-up error that says you are trying to change this cell and it's on a protected sheet. So this is great because now our sheet is protected. And you can see now on the number 23, I try to change it. I click outside of this little yellow area and try to change it, and the entire sheet is protected. Now the question is, how do I only protect a certain part? What if I want to leave every single part of the sheet protected except for the yellow area? The yellow area I actually do want to change. Let's see how to do that. So let me begin by unprotecting the sheet here. You can unprotect the sheet by typing in the password. And what we're going to do here is going to highlight this information, the yellow part. I'm going to right click and I'm going to go to Format, and we are going to unlock these cells. So now it is no longer locked. So even though I protect the entire sheet, this particular range of yellow cells is no longer locked. It's no longer protected. Let's see what happens. So you can see I'm going to protect the sheet here. I'm going to click on OK. Got to type in a password here, cat. Okay. So now I protected the sheet with a password, but remember that to this particular range we did not protect it. So let's see what happens if I click outside of this little grid here, type in cat, not loud, or what if I click inside here and I type in dog? You can see that this particular range is not protected. Now what if I do want to protect it? So let's begin by unprotecting the sheet. I'm gonna highlight everything by clicking on this top corner here. I'm gonna right click anywhere inside here. Go to Format Cells. So for the entire sheet I want to leave it unlocked. I'm gonna click on it until it becomes unchecked. Click on OK. So everything is not protected except this time I want to protect only the yellow part. So I'm going to highlight the yellow part here, right click, Format Cells, and we're going to lock just the yellow part. Click on OK. So now we're going to protect it with a password. And you can see now this other area, I can type in whatever I want. It's not really protected. And here, LeBron James's number, I'm going to try to change it to 16. I'm not allowed. Now here, now I feel more secure about my worksheet here. I'm going to click on cell 29. This is supposed to be protected, but this formula here might be proprietary. This is something you might want to hide. How in the world did we come up with this magical number 29? I don't want to reveal my formula. The formula here, by the way, is simply that these two numbers added. But what if I want to hide the formula? So let's unprotect this sheet here. Gonna highlight this yellow box. Gonna right click, go to Format, and within the Protection tab, you can also choose Hidden. What's hidden? The formulas are gonna be hidden. So click on OK, and when we protect it with a password, now when I try to click on the actual cell here that contains a formula, notice how the formula bar here does not contain the formula. It is hidden. And for the sneaky person who might try to click on this information here and try to copy it, even they right click and they try to copy, they still won't be able to pull out that formula that you came up with this number with. In fact, you can even prevent them from copying and selecting cells in the first place. So let's finish off this tutorial with preventing the user from even selecting the information whatsoever. So we're going to go to Unprotect Sheet, type in the password, and go to Protect Sheet. And right now, users are allowed to select lock cells and unlock cells. But let's even take away that privilege. So they can't even select cells. So let's type in a password here. And so now, notice how when I click on a cell, I can't even select this information. There's no way I can copy this. Now, of course, I can take a screenshot, but we've accomplished our purpose, which is to protect cells and our worksheets. Congratulations.